This guy.
He's so happy. He's next to the queen.
Yeah, he's like, this is my bitch right here. Yeah. Let y'all know. Let y'all know. And then everybody in the background seems very impressed by him. Like, this guy's the coolest. There's never been this guy's the coolest guy in the room. Because he's like, Charlotte chose me, damn it. She chose me.
I love how this photo could either be Manny or Marcus pointing at the queen. I feel like it's more me than anyone.
Yeah. So he has very, very Manny vibes right there. And I feel like Manny would go with the 1 point. He gave her the point of approval. Like, at this moment, this dude felt like he was Triple H. Like, I'm going to give her the point, my point of acceptance.
And after the success of I wouldn't say disgusting, of the foot fetishes of Barefoot Charlotte last week, she's back again as today's thumbnail.
Yep. She might be the new Bliss if she continues to draw the views, but we'll see what this show brings to the table with that.
So obviously RK Bro's back.
Yep.
I like the look of disgust Randy is giving him.
Yeah, it's like, why is this my life?
I feel like the Randy in this photo is the vibes we're bringing to today's show.
Yeah. Why am I here? This is us looking at today's show. I have nothing to give you. Nothing. But I'm going to give you everything.
Again, Piper Niven giving off them vibes of today's show.
I really wish Eva would walk into the room and just slap the shit out of me twice. Maybe it'd get me out of this. But we'll see. Do you have any more photos, Manny?
No, let's get into it.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey! Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
You!
I'm shocked you didn't bring the newer footage of them at the park.
No, because I like this one because it's definitely me and you when we add another 10 years to this.
Add another 10 days. That's our AEW discussions. No, I say Christian deserves that title. It's ridiculous, man. He shouldn't be able to beat Kenny Omega. I don't care if he did have a chair. No. Christian deserved it, alright? You heard that crowd. They chanted, you deserve it. So that means he really did deserve it.
Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show.
The crowd never lies.
Hayes, and I'm joined by...
Marcus, the grand finale. And at the end of this show, I want you still got it chant. Don't care. Or you deserve it. I want those chants at the same time.
Before we kick off with anything on today's show, let's address something. I wasn't on the show on Saturday. I was out drinking on a bachelor's party or a stag do, as it's called in the UK.
Yeah.
And let's just say I'm still feeling it. I feel like I'm still feeling it.
Dang.
3 days of excessive drinking, probably not a good idea. However, I did catch the show. And Eric did hit me with some slander that I was going to change the thumbnail. Mm-hmm. His thumbnail, obviously Christian Cage holding both the TNA title and the Impact title. Whereas I was going to change it to a theme, Marcus.
Oh, so what theme?
Oh, people standing on tables.
Hey, the table theme! Oh no, if I were to be the one standing on the table, which one would you want to be on? With Boogs and McAfee and Nakamura, or being Bianca, who being stood over by Sasha Banks?
I don't think as men we could stand over Bianca Belair without a movement coming at us. And I feel
you could choose to be Bianca, Manny. You can choose to be Bianca.
Nah, I feel like the image on the left is far more fun.
They look like they just stormed the Capitol. I feel like people at the Capitol of America was doing the exact same thing when they stormed the Capitol in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, but they look like they
6th.
had fun. So,
You don't think they have fun in the Capitol? You don't think I heard this time when they said they were going to get that bitch Pelosi or King Mike Pence. They were having a good time. There were some people there just having a good time. Just
So,
like Jericho's
let's
wife.
let's cover some of the news stories. What was I going to say? The
There
USA
were news
Network.
stories.
The USA Network is reportedly unhappy with the rumors of WWE changing NXT cost cutting with NXT by taping their shows.
Well, tell them to go fuck themselves. If I'm WWE. You already paid, sucker! Haha, we got you. That's not what you paid for. Too bad. You don't understand, man. We lost the war. This is how we gotta react. And the fans think NXT is dead because they lost to AEW in the ratings. But, haha, they're not doing too bad on Tuesday. Just let them do what they're doing.
Amidst of the Vince changing the format of what they want in terms of talent-wise with NXT, I feel like going back to the tape shows is actually a better idea anyway. Like, for instance, do you remember before they went live? When they were going head-to-head?
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like they were doing long-term storytelling rather than reactive storytelling that they've been doing since they've been live to try and gain ratings boosts.
Yeah, but, you know.
I feel like it'd be more of the NXT storytelling that we loved in the past. However, with the change in format of the way they want to do the show, I don't think we're going to enjoy it nearly as much.
Well, we don't even know if all the rumors are true of how they're going to do the show or what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to eliminate every 35-year-old man that's under 5 feet tall or whatever the story is, or you weigh this much. To me, it doesn't matter. I don't watch it live anyway.
So Levi did ask in the chat. The Charlotte match was good. She has WWE by the jockstrap. She went to Mexico, and they did nothing. Which the Flair family were with Andrade in Mexico for Triple Mania.
They do that all the time. The wrestlers do that all the time, right? Britt Baker went to go see Adam Cole, and Adam Cole's always backstage at AEW events.
Yeah, I generally don't think it's that big of a
think
deal. I think it's as long as you don't end up on camera, you're all good.
Yeah, she didn't show up on camera. That was a big deal. Ric Flair did, and you know, I don't think they would care if Ric Flair show up on any show, whether it's AEW or Triple Mania or whatever other wrestling show. He's Ric Flair, damn it, in 2021. He's 80 years old. He better not step in the ring again. I do not want to see him as Sting in a
What
match.
did you make of the booking decision? It feels like it was enforced by AEW for Kenny not to lose the AAA title.
I don't know. I would have just had him lose it, but then again, you can't. I guess he couldn't lose twice in a row. Honestly, I don't know. To be honest, I don't think I cared either way, because I never even sought after the match. I didn't look up Triple Mania for this match, and it's a match that I was actually intrigued to see, but I wasn't intrigued enough to even take the steps to look at it. So I honestly don't care. It's a mid-card title. It means nothing to everybody in AAA. So just keep it, Kenny. Just keep it.
I feel like I've kind of, I wouldn't say soured. I don't feel like I feel the same heat from Andrade anymore. Like it plays a part of the WWE kind of ruined him anyway, but then it's this slow kind of, a very slow kind of going forth on AEW, where it's just like, oh, maybe this is them telling me I shouldn't really care about what you're doing right now.
Well, he's involved in another story right now.
Yeah.
This whole Death Triangle Pac thing and him canceling their travels. Where are we going with this? Are they just going to team with him? Like, you know, team with him or not? I don't care about the whole Pac situation. I guess they're fighting it all out, right?
Yeah.
So, it's not much of a story to like sink your teeth in. I don't know if he's gonna team with him with Ric Flair on AEW now, and Chavo takes a back seat because I fire Chavo in a minute and put Ric Flair with him just because.
Levi asks a great question. Well, he makes a great statement. I'm not sure how you would take on this. Andrade needs to be rebuilt similarly to Miro. I think that may be true, but you need to see what direction they're going with, because Miro was completely lost with Kip Sabian, whereas Andrade, that could go anywhere at this moment in time.
Yeah, Andrade came in with a better, I won't say gimmick, but he came in with more fanfare than Miro did. I don't know what Miro came in as. Miro came in as just nothing, and it wasn't.
To be the best man, which was like basically the same shit he was doing before he left WWE.
He could have skipped that part and just went straight to the God's favorite champion kind of deal, who he is right now, instead of what he was doing. Andrade already came in as like God's favorite champion mode. I feel like he has the gimmick that he's gonna have. I can't see Andrade doing anything other than what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
So Miro, I feel like, has the ability to be like, I turn this on. And Andrade, I feel like, is stuck where he's at. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. He's, doing what he can. I don't hate it. It's just it's not interesting.
And then Will Ospreay.
But would you have had Kenny lose to Andrade?
Yeah, I think this belt collector thing works in the sense. This belt collector works if he's actually defending the titles, but it feels like he wasn't. Like it feels like he was just holding on to them for holding them on to sake. He's basically held that AAA title hostage for I feel like since the beginning of AEW.
Yeah. It's kind of like Mox and his U.S. title. It's just like, oh, he has it, but they're not doing it. He's not really defending it. Like Mox finally toward the end.
And then they had the Murderhawk just drop it to Tanahashi, just like that,
yeah,
because they don't want John Moxley to look weak.
Yeah. So my whole thing with Kenny in this title, and I feel like he should just get rid of all the titles. At this point when Christian beat him, it's like everybody can beat him. Then that should have opened the floodgates at this point. Just be the AEW champion.
So Jen posted this, and I thought this was about us. Which both of us are sleepy.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure it is.
Then she went on to go, that's how I feel about Kenny Omega.
Damn, attacks! I just feel like the belt collector gimmick could have been done better. Like, if he defended it on other shows, he went to Impact, but he never, I don't know, I just felt like he never had any attachment to Impact or any of these other shows where he show up. Like, Impact, he'd show up, but like, I feel like Christian should have beat him on Impact. It should have benefited Impact or something when he loses his title. Now I gotta watch Christian lose his title to fucking probably Moose or something, some random match.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It really is ridiculous. Like, but the other remaining thing is Will Ospreay's return to New Japan, and I only want to bring this up because he told Kevin Kelly to shut up because he's slag, and both of us don't like Kevin Kelly.
Fuck Kevin Kelly. Oh, I thought his return, even though I didn't watch it, his return was ruined when he showed the title, and I was like, can we get that title is shitty.
Yeah, the Divas title.
Don't talk about this is my title. I'm the real champion. Don't hold that up. That's terrible.
So let's just get into Monday Night Raw.
It's the low point of wrestling in a week, though. Monday Night Raw.
Do you know what the worst part is? It was the lead into SummerSlam, and I feel like, do you know when you talk about like, you go into SummerSlam with like heat, or like I'm fired up for SummerSlam. This is like a low flame. Well, the flame could easily be blown out by just a passing wind.
Yeah. So SmackDown on Friday, I felt like, man, they're really built towards SummerSlam. I can't wait. And then you go through this weekend, and then you go through Raw, and you go like, why do I gotta stop here? why on the road to SummerSlam, I take a pit stop in the shittiest town to take a giant shit in a place where everybody just takes a shit at. I don't feel like being critical of Raw this week. I was in a positive mood, but I don't care about the show. I don't.
Well, this is the other thing. Here. So I felt like we went in high with SummerSlam. I obviously watched this on Sunday. We went in high with SummerSlam, and then you get it was almost like with SmackDown, and then you almost get. Do you remember when they put in that match just to cool people down before another big thing? That was what Raw was, and Raw should never be like that.
Yeah, Raw is that though. Raw is terrible because Rampage. I mean. It was a good show. Like, Rampage was a good show. SmackDown was a good show. Hell, if you watch Triple Mania and whatever, Impact or New Japan and all that stuff, you're like, I'm in a good mood with wrestling. I got a week to SummerSlam, and then you get the Raw, and you go, oh, God damn it.
I didn't get to give my thoughts on Rampage, but watching Rampage was like watching back at NXT when it was an hour. On the network, it was like, oh, do you know when I can watch something for 45 minutes and be like, do you know what? That wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice meal. It was just nice. Just like, oh, that was exactly what I needed. And I would say NXT, in its glory days on the network for being 1 hour, has never had an episode that good of television. I just feel like, the way Rampage went, it was just a nice, smooth episode. Even though I thought some of it made no sense, it was a still smooth episode. When you're like, they really delivered on this 1 hour. Will they be able to continue to do that? Who knows? The debut came out. We give you the solid match. We got this contract signing situation that makes no sense. But Miro killed the man. But somehow Tony Khan showed up on TV again with a contract. And then it ends with a main event. Wasn't the best main event in the world, but it didn't hurt my feelings. Like when I watched Monday Night Raw and you make me sit through Mace versus Mansoor. How dare you?
You weren't happy about that. You love Mansoor.
In the greatest Mace match of all time.
You love Mansoor. And I made this him especially for you. These two men have magical hair, and you know it.
This storyline is trash. And I guess we are officially in Raw. I don't understand why I gotta get this every week. And this is Vince and his love for tag teams who are not getting babyface tag teams who don't get along. Why can't they just get along? Why is it, oh man, don't be an idiot, or don't hug me, don't be a fool, and like they have the low budget storyline of RK Bro.
They do, but this is gonna slap when it gets to Saudi. You know it.
It's gonna hit just a little different. In October, whenever they go to Saudi, this is gonna hit just a little different.
When they become just around the corner. Champions. We just gotta get past the biggest part of the summer, and then we're on the road to Saudi.
Are they really about to fight RK Bro in Saudi Arabia?
Why not?
And beat them, Manny! And beat them!
Oh my god, it'd be the greatest speech ever, and you know it.
I feel Mansoor may get booed in Saudi Arabia if he beat Randy Orton.
No, he won't. Because
Let's
get through the Randy stuff. So Randy opens up Raw. He states he doesn't need anyone. He states he's putting his attention to Omos. And the best timing ever, Randy states he's going to give him an RK. Bro. And the music cue's brilliant. Riddle's delusion believes Randy Orton was teaching him a lesson, which I feel was really dumb. It's just like those people it's like those people that are in abusive relationships and they stay with the person.
No, it was my fault. I didn't have that sandwich on the table when you were coming home from work. That's why you went upside my head for 20 minutes and shouted my ear off. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and by the way, that isn't a joke, but like this is what it felt like. Yeah, if you're in that situation, please get out of it.
Get out! Seek help! He's a piece of shit!
Or she.
Oh yeah.
It can happen to men too.
Yeah.
Normally, the ones that are reported are men, but it can happen to men too.
In fact, in my childhood, I got to see a woman beat up a man, which was in their relationship, and it was quite entertaining. We laughed at him. And you know what? It probably wasn't funny, but as a kid, you would never see this coming, where this dude who was a piece of man of some kind, and his wife beat the living shit out of him on a regular basis. On a regular basis. And, like, just whooped his ass, and everybody's outside of their apartments, and we're just kids laughing at him, like, she whooped his ass again. And
You're
I'm
a
like,
horrible
damn.
person. You are a horrible
I was a child! I was a child, okay?
horrible person.
I didn't understand how he could have got himself in this situation, okay? Mr. Pizza Delivery Man was getting his ass whooped. I don't know how he went to work.
Horrible person.
Yeah, I didn't change. I haven't changed one bit from that.
So, we get a Riddle versus AJ Styles match. I really enjoyed this match. AJ gets the win with almost distracting Riddle, allowing AJ to hit the Styles clash. And then, in the back, Riddle looks sad when he's walking back as a Randy just walked out on him.
Randy wasn't there. You gotta understand, man. I'm a bro with a broken heart, and I'm like, damn. And that's why Riddle is where he's at, because he can go through all the emotions. He can make you laugh. He can make you cheer for him in matches, and then he can all of a sudden make you sad that Randy, his father figure, the father figure he's always wanted in his life, wasn't there in his corner. Because at one point he said, if Randy was in my corner, I could do anything. And Randy walked out right away. Didn't even wait to the end of the match.
No, he walked out at the beginning.
Maybe in the commercial. Yeah,
No,
in the
he
beginning,
walked
right
out at
after
the
the
beginning.
commercial. Right after the commercial break.
As soon as the bell was about to go ding ding, and Randy was done.
Yeah. They don't pay me for this shit. You booking yourself in matches and shit. I'm out.
Be like Maurice. Watch the show.
Yes.
Subscribe to the show. Like the video and subscribe. Maurice in the audience once again, back from vacation. Birthday vacation.
Nice. Got a few birthdays and vacations happening this week.
So, Nikki versus Rhea. Nikki gave the biggest meh promo in the back about confidence. And there was nothing worse than when she came out and then that "not my champion" sign behind her, or "not my hero" sign behind her. I was like, she's done. The fans are turning on her big time.
Well, she did that. I like that one week you were going, well, the fans really behind her. They were cheering her. This is like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks later, no, it's done. Turn on her.
Yeah.
They turned on her.
That's what they did.
I thought her promo, I literally looked at the TV and was like, shut your ass up. You got your ass beat by Barefoot Charlotte last week. She wrecked your shit and Rhea's shit, and they gonna do it again. You are losing that title at SummerSlam.
What did you think of the match?
I don't remember it too much.
I feel like the only highlight for me was Charlotte actually forgetting Byron Saxton's name on commentary. That was it. That was the only interesting thing about this. And then Charlotte mocks Nikki at the end, and then gets a beating for her troubles by both Rhea and Nikki.
Yep. Which somehow leads into a tag match later on.
Yeah, let's get on to that.
Where Charlotte is with her favorite person in the world, Nia Jax.
Nia Jax.
Who I believe put Charlotte on the shelf for like 6 months, allegedly. You know, it's storyline. But I'm glad they worked that shit out.
Oh, was that the fake pregnancy stuff?
Yeah, when Dave Meltzer came out, it was like she was pregnant. By the way, shout out to Andrade for staying true to not only his woman, but to himself, and going, fuck Dave Meltzer, his rating scale. That man doesn't like me, my wife, or my fucking father-in-law. He can suck a dick. And I'm paraphrasing all that, but that's pretty much what his comments were. He was like, fuck his star ratings.
Yeah, I don't even understand the point of throwing Nia Jax into this with what, I can't even remember her name. Shayna Baszler watching on in the back. Yeah,
it was like watching somebody cheat on somebody or Shayna let her have away. I don't know. And Nia seemed like she was going babyface with her taunts randomly. She seemed to be in a good mood. A very jolly, I'm going to put my ass in your face for Rikishi mood.
That's what it was, when she was shaking her ass on the fucking middle rope. Like
Yeah.
she was about to do some massive bonsai drop or something.
Nothing better than Charlotte tagging herself in going like, what the fuck are you doing? I got to win this match. Natural selection. Which I don't know if Charlotte has landed natural selection right in 100 years.
No, she never landed. The only person that ever landed that properly was John Cena when he used to do it. When he called it the flashback.
Now that is a flashback, Manny. This is truly the summer of Cena when people are doing natural selection saying, no, I call it the flashback after John Cena, the greatest wrestler of all time.
Can you explain to me why we get another handicap match of Veer and Shanky versus Drew McIntyre, where Jinder continues to be like Dick Dastardly as he continues to his pursuit of Drew's sword, much like Catch the Pigeon, a Hanna-Barbera original.
Well, Manny, I have no rebuttal to any of this. I'm just saying facts. This man is keeping it 100.
So Drew wins,
yeah,
and then
you are
Veer
right.
and
You are
Shanky
right.
barred from ringside. It just doesn't make sense.
None of this makes sense, and I don't know. Veer and Shanky need to go. I don't understand why we just can't do what they're doing with Edge and Seth or whoever and just have them have a blood feud. There's no contact, and they're not really making contact. He's beating up Veer and Shanky, but just have them change words and make the feud personal about their past instead of the stupid sword and everything else and possessions. Ginger doesn't look like a man that harps on possessions. This should have been personal. This should be a blood feud, and I should care more. But now,
What the hell is wrong with you, Ross? With all due respect, can't wait for Drew to impale all three of those lads with his big sword. Hashtag not PG. What the hell is wrong with you?
Honestly, if this is the way the feud ends, all of this is worth it. If it ends with an impalement of Drew going, all right, fella, I don't know why he became Sheamus, but just goes, duh, and then you see a stab, and you just like, oh shit, Drew's turned heel.
So,
And he's going to jail.
So, including Elias burning his guitar, Elias is now dead. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Did not know he was 4 years old.
Man, he got far from it in 4 years, you know. Grew a beard. Teamed up with Riker.
Got some impressive genes.
Yep. Or bad genes. He got that Benjamin Button shit going on.
So Johnny Drip Drip presents Moist TV. John asks Miz if he lied about the injury, and Miz states no, he wasn't a liar. It's clear. But then he claimed he'd been cleared for weeks, and there's more dissension between Johnny Drip Drip.
Yeah, you know, this dissension of like, I guess they're planning it for a while. Excuse me. For this, and I don't know if I want this feud to happen. I don't understand where we're going with this, in which he's shaking the dripstick from him in the match, and Moist TV is rivaling Miz TV, and he doesn't trust him for faking an injury all this time. So I don't know where we're going with it. But do you feel like the Moist Man and the wetness and all that is getting over? You think that's what's going to carry John Morrison to his future dreams of title picture?
No.
Being America's Moist One and all that. Breaking up with the Miz.
They need to stop using this word moist.
No. Because I believe he got a Moist TV chant. And the very few things people cared about here in San Antonio.
So Ross continues with his impaling. To go, Drew's going to carry Ginger's head around like Bray's Lantern the Fiend had. I mean, they're throwing out gimmicks all over the place. Like they called Omos the Colossal earlier, which is Bronson Reed.
No, wait a minute. I want to dispel that myth right now. They have been doing this for Omos since the beginning. Yes, they've been calling Bronson Reed the Colossal before, but they've been calling Omos the Colossus for a long time now. They've been calling him AJ's personal Colossus. You can go back weeks before he did this. This isn't new.
What type of man calls himself moist? Sounds like a Cardi B track. Said Levi.
John Morrison does.
So the Miz versus Damian Priest. Priest wins with a bro kick. And then the Miz and Morrison make up in the back. And then you got Kofi and Woods trying to sell t-shirts in the back.
Hey, forget about Sheamus jumped on the table. It was like,
yo. He was very disrespected. Fella. That's basically the promo.
Yeah. We're going to have a match, fella, at SummerSlam. We're kicking off the show, fella.
Alexa's playground. Alexa says she's going to put end to the evolution. Doudrop tries to take Lily, but gives her back. And then Eva Marie's not happy with Lily not being taken and slaps Doudrop twice. Pathetic.
Yes.
I hate this segment. I hated this segment. This whole thing. Ridiculous.
Manny, I'm going to come out here and make a confession here.
You loved it, didn't you?
This is my favorite moment on Raw. And it was terrible in all the worst reasons. It was Eva going to Doudrop like, just take Lily. Take the fucking doll from her. Give me that fucking doll. You work for me and all, and all that. And I was like, damn, Eva's a bitch. And then Doudrop shows up in the playground next segment. It's like, I'm taking the doll. Then she gets creeped out. And I hated that. But the fact that she went back to Eva was like, you didn't get the doll? I could have had a toddler get the doll. It's like you slapped me in the face. And she's like, bah! And slapped her. And then she slapped her again. And I was like, and then she walked away. And it felt like that. And I was like, Eva is a bitch. And mean. And vicious. And evil. And that's a heel. She is the most hated person in wrestling, and I respect her more for it.
So what you're saying is you watch your segment
of the week.
You watched the segment like you were 4 years old, because that's how you described it.
Yes! I was a child again. Eva slapped Doudrop, and you just want Doudrop to get her revenge on Eva, who is now completely evil. You slapped her twice in the face because she didn't grab the doll.
We've already covered Mace versus Mansoor. Randy Orton versus Zomos. The match was slow, kind of alright though.
Tell that story of I can't do anything with him.
If it had a finish and Omos won, I'm telling you now, match of the century.
The scapegoat finish seemed to put a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't want this to happen. I really wanted a definitive end. I wanted an RKO of some kind, or just have him beat Randy Orton. And the rise of Omos continues slowly through this tag team division that is non-existent. But whatever, for what it was worth, when it started, and the slowness and him countering and catching Randy's fist, I was all in for this. I'm all in for Omos' matches, just not the end. I wanted RKO out of nowhere.
So Randy tells Riddle that he's earned his respect and announces RK Bro is back. The crowd were alive for this. I feel like this is the most alive they were all night.
Yes. Because this was the only thing to cheer, man. They needed something to cheer for, and I would have just ended the show with this. And, it would have been a feel-good ending instead of the ending we got.
So, Jeff Hardy versus Karrion Kross, it was over before it started. No, none of us wanted to see it. As Ross says, 2022 is going to be the year of Eva.
That's right. Someone's speaking the truth out there. Endowments and the year of Eva. The darkest days of the day to me.
Levi has just earned himself a demerit. Omos is terrible. Worst wrestler on any roster. He can't move. Replace him with Moose.
Why? I'm more interested in Omos just standing there than I am in Moose's entire career in Impact Wrestling. Even though I did enjoy me some Moose. I'm only saying that to hurt people's feelings. I shouldn't say it. I like Moose.
And then Ross said, oh shit, I've missed the Mace versus Mansoor chat. You just got to get to the start of the Raw report, wherever that is at this point.
Yeah. We always started off with the most important story of the show, and that is the number one story. Mansoor versus Mace. Classic wrestling. Like, Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, Greg Gagne, Bruno Sammartino, all look at that match and go, That's pro wrestling right there. That's what we watch.
This is wrestling.
This is wrestling.
This is
This
wrestling.
is wrestling.
Can I just point out that's the most dumbest chant ever? You don't go to like a movie and start going, "This is movie, dun, 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 dun. This is stupid chant."
Well, you don't go into movies and look at a Spielberg movie and go like, "Damn, he's still making movies? Yeah, he still got it. He still got it. He still got it." You don't go to a movie doing any of these chants. You imagine going to a movie doing wrestling chants?
Yes,
You just
that's how I live my life.
Man, he goes to see the next Clint Eastwood movie. Talk about he still got it, and then at the end of the movie where he survives and kills like the younger star. You deserve it. Or the holy shit chant that breaks out in any Avengers movie when the main villain jumps into the main characters and get their superpower, which happens in every single Marvel movie. Man, he's going, "This is awesome." That's his cue. That'd be like a die.
This is football. We're on YouTube.
This is YouTube. This is talking. This is talking.
So, seriously, some dumb chants out there. Goldberg tells his son that he's the reason he came out of retirement, so you know what to do, people. Send all your hate to Gage Goldberg.
His Twitter handle is @GageGoldberg. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. But,
Goldberg is my dad. @Goldberg is my dad.
Yeah. The bio, it's true. He's actually my dad.
I didn't care
And
about
he's
this.
50.
I didn't care about this. I didn't care
No.
about the spear because the spear looked
No.
awful.
Yeah. Terrible old man spear. And God, don't put us in the darkest timeline to have Bobby loose in this bed.
Okay, so I
Under
have
any
one job for
circumstance.
you this Saturday. You need to start a "You Don't Got It" chant when Goldberg comes out.
Come on! You want me to get attacked? You want me to get attacked in the hot state of Nevada? I will get beaten, okay?
No, you won't.
I will get beaten by that crowd. That crowd is gonna be so pro Goldberg for no reason because Goldberg puts a trance on people, Manny, when he comes out. Yes, you have your Twitter warrior fingers online. I don't want to see this shit. Goldberg's bad for wrestling. Cleanly clack, cleanly clack, cleanly clack. 140 something characters later, all angry about Goldberg. As soon as you get in the arena and that music hit, the power of Goldberg compels you. You have to chant Goldberg. He's gonna come out there. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna be excited. You're gonna get the match. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck was that?" But you're gonna chant, "You still got it," and this is wrestling. As he defeats Bobby Lashley, you go, "What was I doing?"
Because there are 4 of you. There's 4 of you, and Jen will be there. So that makes 5 people that I can include on this chant of "You Don't Got It." Jen said she's floor level, so she may be even able to get it louder.
I feel like she will not make it out alive. Goldberg fans are rabid and dangerous. Okay? It will be a crowd of 20 to 30, 40,000 people coming at us if we went after Goldberg in that given moment.
All I'm just saying, you don't got it.
You done lost it. You done lost it.
See?
Or were you going old bird?
No. Because
Old bird.
that doesn't pick up well on TV. Because that could be, they can easily edit that and say, "Oh, the fans are chanting for Goldberg." No,
but maybe Goldberg can get on the mic and lose it and say, "Are you chanting Goldberg? Or are you chanting old bird?"
he'll never do that. He lives for the pop, so even if they are trying old Berg, he's gonna hit Goldberg.
Now, Manny, am I allowed to go a throwback Lashley and go Leo Rush Lashley? Lashley!
No, because that didn't have that much hype. Because that was because it was also a boring chant.
Ah, But I feel like, and I would like to bet Jen's gonna go. The power of Goldberg will compel her, and she will be chanting along with Goldberg too, going Goldberg, Goldberg. It's the power of Goldberg.
He's not religion, Marcus.
The way I watch these Monday Night Raws, there is no way he should be able to get away with this stuff. There's no way. He's still getting away with it. He's still getting away. It's 30-some years later, and he's getting away with it. He hadn't been... Even Gilbert, the power of Gilbert. It's the damn song. It's the damn people, and you're going to have to sing along.
Will you chant for CM Punk when he returns?
No.
I'll tell you what I'm going to say about CM Punk fans. When he put that teaser, that weird numbers out of 05, 11, and 21, going, oh, it's all the summer of punks, you lot need a job. You lot need to go out, go find yourself a job because you have too much time on your hands.
When CM Punk returns this Friday, cult personality hit, I feel like, the internet's going to be happy. But once he returns, then what do you have, people? What do you have left to chant? He's like, oh, he's back. I can see. What do you see the internet actually turning on CM Punk?
No, well, I don't know because the AEW fan base is rabid. So if he starts bad mouthing it, I could see them turning on him.
I would kind of hope he comes in as full heel and just rip him to shreds. But I feel like I'm going to get a CM Punk that goes out there. So he's going to get praised. The crowd's going to go crazy. They're going to chant for his name for about 5 minutes. He's going to cut a promo that's 100% in pro AEW, 100% anti-WWE. The crowd's going to eat it up. And that would be it.
Much like Barefoot Charlotte, where she eat them up, break her neck,
break her neck. Beat him to the white meat show, Charlotte. Beat him to the white meat show. But yeah, fuck this main event. Nothing against. I feel like Bobby deserves better. MVP deserves better. Gage Goldberg deserves better.
So as Jen just said, they will chant every time. Just how these freaks sing Jericho's theme. Every single time.
Love is dramatic.
I appreciate Jen for the way she just did
that. Yes. Because you feel that anger. You feel it. It's never going to end.
I feel like when we do our eventual additional podcast called The Power of Negativity, Jen is going to be a host.
Yeah. And come in full hate. And in the middle of the show, Goldberg's 20th return. I like that he acts like this is new. That he returns to get another title shot. I'm doing it for my son. We did this 5 years ago when this guy was like 4 foot tall. Running shirtless and amok through arenas.
So I never asked you the question though, because this raises a question of when the AEW fans sing Jericho to the ring when he's not allowed to have Judas next week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I said instant 3 strikes. Are you going to allow that?
No, it's going to be at the end of the show, Manny. It's the main event. You're going to have to go through all the show. You got to go through your Brock Andersons and Tony Schiavone's sons.
Oh, man. If it's at the beginning, how awesome would it be? Because the show would be a half an hour.
It is the main event. There's no way Jericho and MJF is not the main event. The show's going to start off with the Young Bucks versus whoever. I think it's the Jurassic Express, because the Young Bucks always start the show. They're going to have nonsense in the middle of it. Somehow Andrade will screw somebody else out their luggage. And then you get to the main event.
So on that,
that's gonna be my new What's going on in the mid card? Hydraulic screws people out there luggage and travel. For all shows. I don't even care if it's NXT. Andrade screw top dollar out there luggage and something, and you know.
Before we end this, what did you think overall then? Trash? I thought it was trash.
It was trash. It was trash. It was a show that I wanted nothing to do with it from beginning to end. And it's not the fault to some of the talent. I feel like RK Bro did what they had to do. I was fine with that. But it's just so much filler and nonsense that goes on in the show. Like the stuff that is good, like Mansoor and Mace. It's so far in between. If this was an hour show and I got the RK Bro story, Mansoor and Mace, followed by the ending of the RK Bro feud, I've been like, Raw's an amazing show. But nope, we got some Lily shit.
So you mean to say if the show was half an hour, you would have enjoyed it? Yes. I agree. 100% agree. And on that note...
Well spent half hour.
And on that note, thank you to everyone that joined us in the Lumber Chat. It was actually popping today. And if you haven't already liked the video, subscribe. Check out our merch page at www.storefrontier.com/DSPN. Marcus is no longer homeless. That we are aware of.
Look at me. I'm wearing merch. I'm back at it again. Although I'm going back to Vegas this week for the Summerslams, where I will probably be on the crap table for the 50% of the show, and then coming in the end so I can chant Goldberg. Although when I am on the crap table and I am shaking dice, all right, I want the crowd to be chanting "You still got it" as I am gambling one more time, and then I'm like, no, I've clearly lost it all. I
haven't sourced anyone. While these guys are at SummerSlam, I will probably be doing a watch along. But if anyone wants to join, make sure either email the show at thesharpshooters@gmail.com or just shoot me a message while we're live. I can send you the link while I'm live, and I'll be also doing a watch along of Takeover because I guts to watch myself Walter versus Dragunov. I guts to.
That's the biggest thing of the weekend, and people are talking about Rampage with Punk, or what's going on with SummerSlam, or the Pacquiao fight. All stuff going on. Fuck all of that. At the end of the day, Walter Dragunov 2 will tell everybody to suck their dick, and it's gonna be the best thing of the show.
And on that note, guys,
tune in Thursday for Eric. Eric will be here probably on a Thursday show.
And Eric's here on Thursday. So
Thursday show will be basically the Saturday show, but with more views.
He's not wrong.
When Eric comes on the Thursday show, we need to get on the same page and see if he has the power of Goldberg. In which he will have to chant Goldberg along with it.
You mean if we start chanting Goldberg, see if he joins in?
No. I feel like this only happens in arenas and stadiums or whatever he's at. You can't just do it on the line. But I think the power of Goldberg takes over everything. You don't want to disrupt anybody and ruin their weekend. Be like, I hate Goldberg. And some kids go be like, but he's my favorite wrestler. He wasn't even alive when you're his prime. You weren't even alive. You're 12. Shut up.
So, once again, peace.
Oh, that picture.
Why not? Oh, do you want this?